So today is Thursday, and sorry about yesterday. I was a little frustrated, and those days will come and those days will go. So get through with that. Today we had a really good, productive day in Boone. Me and William went up, met with some business owners, and talked about the WNC Strong plan for businesses, for housing. And at first, we get called crazy. Everybody we talk to, we're like, well, first off, that's impossible. And then we have to go through it and show the new laws. William knows all the new laws, so it's pretty cool. And by the end, they're always like, wow, yeah, that'll work. So the really neat one today is Andrea Terrell met us. She goes to App State, and her sorority is going to get involved. So she came in for one of the meetings, sat through it, and then me and William left. She sent a text back and said that the coffee shop owner that we were sitting there asked what we were talking about, and she just sort of told him. He's like, I want to be involved. That sounds amazing. So it is pretty cool. That makes you feel good when something like that happens. But that's not what it's about. What it's about is rebuilding the housing, rebuilding the businesses, and making a path forward. And the most discouraging thing from App today was a lot of the businesses there are struggling and don't know how they're going to make it. In Western North Carolina and App, and I'm sure it's everywhere, 1/3 of their business comes from the month of October. And if you lose 1/3 of your business in 1 month, it's going to be hard to make up. And that's going to spread right on into the winter months, and it's going to be hard to recover from. But that's what we're trying to do with WNC Strong, and we're going to do it. I say we're trying. We're just getting through the process. The real factor here and why it's taking longer than I want is the lawyers are having to figure out how to do it, because nobody's ever had a business that 100,000 people are going to own. It's truly owned by the citizens of Western North Carolina, and that's why that's why it's going to work. It is for the people, by the people, we the people. And at first they thought we were crazy, but we're working through it. William works through it. William McGuire, he was on one of the podcasts. He's the guy doing the fun part, or the funding part, writing it, setting it up. I would have no idea. I know how to operate a business fairly well, and I know what the business model should be. I just the legal part going back and forth. So it was a blessing. God put us together, and it's going to work. So that's pretty cool. The other thing that came out of App is their departments are very receptive to helping with the rebuild of housing. So they're the second big university that wants to help. We have very small. Some of the smaller technical schools are wanting to help as well. So we're coming up with that plan. And again, reach out to your senator, let them know that, at least read the plan that we gave. That reminds me, I have to send the professor what I sent the senators on Monday. But they all want to help. And that's what it's about. It's about people helping people. And that's where we're going. So, as I said in the comments right here, the big thing right now is it's cold. Going up to Boone today, there was ice on my windshield. It was raining and sleeting a little bit. It was 36, and there's still a lot of people in tents, even campers without heat. These tiny homes that people are in, they're dry, but they're not going to be heated. The tents are probably the worst. Are the worst. We picked up a tent that Google donated in Nashville today, and it's being driven. It was going to be for the tent revival. Right now, my plan for it is to get it set up, get some sort of heat source in it, and let people put their tents underneath it, just to keep them in the dry and the heat. Right now, dry and heat is going to be goal number one. We're still doing the tent revival. I'm actually talking to Sunbelt about a base camp and getting the base camp set up. The other thing we put on here, so we're hearing stories, and we know one is verified, that people are selling land for $5,000. Land that's been in their family for 60 years trying to get cash. Do not do that. Tell everyone, do not do that. Call them if you have family, if you have friends. Do not do that. Talk to us. So we have been working with attorneys, and there's a rule. I think it's 721 is what William came up with, or what Jeff, the attorney, told us. And basically, going into this fund, we can give cash up front and equity on the back end. So you will get the value of the land, and you'll get more than the 5,000 up front. You'll get 60-70% of the value pre-Helene, and then the rest will go in equity in the fund. So you'll get that over time. Do not sell the land for pennies on the dollar, please. The whole aspect of this is to keep Western North Carolina in Western North Carolina, owned by Western North Carolina, people from Western North Carolina. That was the big perk that we got from the business owners in app, is the way that we're setting up the business part of this. We will partner with the businesses that are struggling and make sure that they keep the building, they keep the business, and then Western North Carolina as a whole will just partner with them as part of the business, so it doesn't get bought by corporations. The cool thing about all these little towns, when you look at Marshall and you look at Spruce Pine and Newland and Burnsville, Fairview, Chimney Rock, what's cool is all the towns are different, and every town has its own personality, and that personality is made by the people who live there and built the town and created it over time. And yes, we got hit. We got punched right in the mouth, and it's going to take a while to get back. But if big corporations or outside money comes in and buys these businesses up, then we're looking at, what made that town unique is going to be gone, because it's going to be their vision and not the vision of the town. So our whole process and thinking behind this is, it's better for us to partner and have an advisory board. That's the big thing that comes out of the business side of this, is an advisory board of business people who have been in business 30, 40, 50 years. And then new age business that went and got masters and doctorates in business. They're all going to be at the disposal of these people that we partner with, or partner with us. So we have some businesses that they weren't affected, but they want to be part of this. And that's cool. They want to give up some of their equity so the money goes back into Western North Carolina and helps the rebuild. That's what we're doing. So the donations are going to run out. This is going to generate revenue to rebuild with over time. But having that advisory board will be massive for Western North Carolina, because really there's never been anything for free like this before. You will have, you're going to have a full team of people who want you to succeed and are going to do everything to help you succeed. So that's one of the really cool things that came out of it. Again, it is cold. I put my Venmo on here. Everything right now is going to fuel to heat with. We're sending everything to Prime Fuels. So I will put the GoFundMe in here. Maybe Austin's watching this and he'll go ahead and put it there. But if you can donate. It's going to be just for fuel. And we have a dollar program coming out. It's going to be through the children that will be promoting it. We're going to put it in grocery stores. Basically, it's just a way to scan, donate $1. And we need $3 million to get Western North Carolina, the ones that are affected through the winter months, for fuel. So that's a big number. And it starts going really, really fast. You're talking about $20,000, $30,000 in 2 and 3 day periods. So it's a tough one, but we'll do it. So I don't know how right now, but we will. Last thing, as I always said, if you're struggling physically, mentally, spiritually, talk to us. Reach out to somebody. If you don't reach out to us, reach out to a pastor, to a mental health person. If it's physical, reach out to a doctor, but we're always here. We will get you connected with someone. So reach out to us. A lot of people send me requests from these Facebook pages. Some of them you have to be logged into, or you have to be a member of, to be able to reply. If you send me a request, see if you can get a phone number up front or an email address that I can reach out to. That's the easiest way. So I'm not trying to get approved into the group before I can actually respond to the people in need. And that's it. Again, reach out to us if you need something or if you're struggling. But much love. Good night.